welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Grace. Make sure you definitely subscribe down below. For today's video, I just heard a weird noise. For today's Vlogmas video, I'm going to be doing another Q&A. You guys have been asking me a ton of questions recently, and I've gained a lot of followers recently, so I figured this would probably be a good idea to do. So if you see me looking at my phone, it's because I'll be looking at questions. And before we get into it, I already know I'm going to get questions on this necklace. I got it from Pure Vita on Black Friday. It's literally so cute. So that's where my necklace is from, before you guys ask. Okay, so I had a little post thing on my Instagram, which if you're not following me, you definitely should. It's Grace Taylor with 2 R's 19, because that's where I get you guys to ask me questions and all this stuff. So yeah, I screenshotted like a bunch of questions just like from the polls, so I'm gonna through as many as I can before this video gets too long. I do have a few other Q&As if you want to check them out. I'll try and link them all down below if I can find them all. I know I did one recently a couple months ago, and then I also did a long distance like Q&A styled video a few months ago, and I am planning on filming a part 2 with Cameron because the video did get over 150 likes, so I will film that, but obviously I can't film it until I'm with him, which probably won't be until February. I think he might be coming down in February, so yeah, that's that. But I'm going to get into these questions. There are a couple about Cameron, like I said, but there's also just some about me, and yeah, I know you guys love Cameron, but he can't be in every single video because we're long distance. So if you're new here, my boyfriend and I are long distance. So okay, so I'm going to get right into the questions. Like I said, if you're new, make sure you definitely subscribe down below so you don't miss out on any of my uploads. I've been posting every day of the week for Vlogmas, except for weekends. I'm taking weekends off just because I did have finals and all that stuff, so I wanted to give my time to prepare, but now I'm done with finals and my friends are all starting to come back home, so I'm gonna have a lot of exciting videos for you guys. And there's also going to be a drive with me for December going up this month, so stay tuned for that. Okay, so first question, this is kind of a basic one. How old are you and where were you born? So I'm 18 and I was born in Oregon. I live in California though. I moved here when I was about 3 or 4. I honestly don't even know because I don't really remember it, but I'm 18 and my birthday is February 5th, so I'm gonna be 19 in like 2 months, which is so crazy. So yeah, that's why Cameron wants to come down in February, because he wants to come down for my birthday. He actually surprised me last year on my birthday, but this year I think we're gonna just plan a weekend for him to come down in February sometime. So the next question, I thought this was kind of an interesting question. It said, do you have any tattoos and piercings, and what do you want? So I don't have any tattoos, and my only piercings are, oh, I don't even have my cartilage in right now because I take it out when I'm in bed. Fun fact, I take off my jewelry except for these two every single night. I just like, I take all my earrings off. I take this necklace off because this necklace tarnishes if it gets wet, which I don't understand why they do because they're so expensive, but yeah. So I have my doubles and then my cartilage, and that's all I have. I don't have like belly button or nose or anything. Yeah, I really don't think I'll ever get a tattoo. I just feel like once you get old, they look so gross, and I don't know, I feel like tattoos just aren't really my style. On to the next question. Somebody asked, has Cameron changed your life? If so, how? He definitely has. I don't know. I feel like we've experienced a lot together, so I don't know. He definitely has though, like in a lot of ways. There's just like too much to even describe, I feel like. But definitely positively, so yeah. He's definitely taught me a lot of things, and I've learned a lot. How often does Cameron come to visit you, or do you always go to him? So I've definitely gone to visit him more, and I think that is just because his schedule is way crazier, and in the whole like fall season, he can't really come here because he has football and like that kind of thing. So it's not like he can just like leave whenever he wants, unlike me. And like right now I'm at a community college, so it's like my schedule is pretty flexible, and like next semester I'm doing all online classes. So I think he's definitely coming to visit me next, but he has come out here a couple times, but I've definitely gone out there more. But it's really just because of our schedules and like how things are able to work out. I think I've answered this question before. Somebody asked, did you have a boyfriend before Cam? I did have a boyfriend before Cameron, and it was literally like a 3-week relationship my junior year. We did like talk or were a thing for like 3 months, But it was kind of just like, okay, sounds so bad, but I kind of only started talking to him because I needed a homecoming date. Yes, I'm admitting that on the internet. One of my guy friends, like, that was friends with him, had to convince me to accept him on Snapchat, and then I did. So yeah, we're done with that. But yes, I did have one boyfriend before Cameron for literally like 3 weeks. We started dating October 31st. I just remember that because it was on Halloween. And then we broke up like, I think before Thanksgiving break. So like mid-November. And then I met Cameron like a month and a half later. So yeah. Who's your favorite Canadian? Love you, Ava. My friend Ava wrote that. She's from Canada. I met her on a cruise. Cruise friends are the best. I literally make some of my like best friends through cruises. If you've seen my weekend in California video, there's 3 guys in it, and then my best friend Allie's in it. But those 3 guy friends, they're like my best guy friends. They're literally like brothers to me. They came up to visit for a week over the summer, and we've gone on like multiple cruises and stuff. But yeah, it's just pretty cool how cruises like bring you together with people. So right now I feel like I'm in the relationship questions, so I'm just gonna get them all the way. You guys always have so many, but I know it's what you guys like watching because, okay, if you guys hear the guy like mowing out there or whatever, I'm sorry. That is so loud. Who mows at like when it's dark? How do you guys manage to stay strong even though you're so far apart? I've said this literally like 100 times in my videos, but communication. Communication is key for any relationship, but especially long distance relationships. So you can build up your trust, or not build up your trust, but you can keep your trust and just like know what's happening with each other. So communication. Are you a Christian? I am. I grew up going to church and all that stuff, and I got baptized. I don't know how old I was. I think I was in like 7th grade, but that was like my own decision to do it then. So yeah, I'm a Christian. What tan do you use? So I'm not very tan right now. It's basically all worn off. It's been 2 weeks since I've redone it. I'm tanning tonight actually, but when I do, I use Loving Tan, and I use the darkest one that they have because I'm naturally kind of like, this is my pale color right now, so I'm always naturally kind of tan, but I'm pale at the same time, if that makes sense. Like in the summer, I get dark, like real dark. But I use Loving Tan, and yeah, if they want to sponsor me, please do. I love your products. Somebody asked, how tall are you? I'm 5'4"-ish. I fluctuate between like 5'3.5" to 5'4". So I am on the shorter side, but honestly, I feel like I'm like average, about average. Cameron just makes me look really short because he's like 6'4" or 6'3". So yeah. Do you think you will transfer to college, to the college Cameron ends up going to? It's definitely like a possibility, but I don't know. I don't know if we'd end up at the same school, but it just really depends on like the location that he ends up in and I end up in, if I like the school he's at, because I do want to move near him, but not necessarily like at the same exact college unless I really do like the college he's at. So that's gonna be like my preference when I get to that point. Another school question, are you planning on transferring to a different school after this year? I have kind of answered this before. I've actually been in communications. I'm not sure if she's a counselor, but she works at the community college in Indiana. So I have been in communications with her just to make sure like my classes I'm taking in California are transferable out of state to Indiana. And honestly, if they're transferable out of state to Indiana, they're most likely going to be transferable to like the surrounding states as well, because all the schools will have like similar requirements that are out of state. So yeah, I've just been communicating with her on which classes to take and which ones I should take once I'm like there, and also like my super hard like math, I'm terrible at math, so math classes and that kind of thing I'm just kind of holding off on because I don't want to have to retake them. So yeah, I hope that answers that. But I am planning on transferring to a different school after this year, so like this spring semester, so next fall. So about a year. Do you think you will move out of California, and if so, where? Yes, I definitely do think so. If I'm planning on moving in the fall, if anything, and it would most likely be towards the Midwest. What made you want to do long distance with your boyfriend? I feel like this is kind of a good question. I don't think I've answered this, but Cameron and I were talking for a long time before we even started like seeing each other. So for after the cruise, basically, I do want to make like a whole video on this with him, but I'll just briefly like state. So after the cruise, we basically just kept in contact, and then he ended up coming out to my junior prom, and then from there, that's kind of when we started like flying to see each other, but we didn't start officially dating until this past February. So we were like talking or a thing for a whole year, like more than that, like a year and a month. So yeah, honestly, we just like kept talking, and I didn't feel the need to talk to any other guys or anything like that because I didn't want to, and I think the same goes for him. He's told me that before. So yeah, that's just kind of how we became long distance, I guess. Next question is, how long have you and Cameron been dating? We've been dating since February. I just said that. Our like anniversary will be February 4th. It was the day before my birthday that he like officially asked me to be his girlfriend. But when people ask how long we've like been together, I normally say like, oh, like a year and a half, because we met, is it December 31st? I don't know. It was the first night of my like second cruise that I was going on though. If you watch our how we met video, we'll explain it. But that was like the night we met and like started to know each other and stuff. So that's how long we've like known each other, and we were like a thing for a whole year. So I don't really dismiss that, but we've only officially been dating for like since February. What plans do you have for Christmas break? I'm not doing anything this Christmas break really. Normally we do go on a cruise over Christmas and sometimes over New Year's, but this year we're not. That's how I met Cameron, was on the New Year's cruise. This year we're just staying home. We weren't sure if I was gonna have to, if we were gonna have plans that we were gonna make us need to stay home. So yeah, so we're not going anywhere this Christmas. What we're doing on Christmas morning actually is we're going to feed the homeless with our church. So that should be a really cool experience. But yeah, because we're not like huge presents and all that type of thing. So I probably honestly won't have a what I got for Christmas video, because that's not like our family's main goal, is like gifts and all that stuff. And my mom and I are going on a cruise, the two of us, in January. I am going to be filming that whole cruise and like all the cruise videos you guys want to see. So comment down below anything you want to see that has to do with cruise and all that stuff, and I will film it for you. What are your go-to facial products and makeup products? So if this is asking like the like, let's say like the 3 things I need for makeup, I would have used to say mascara, but now I have eyelash extensions, which I'm getting filled tomorrow. They're kind of ratchet right now, but if I didn't have lash extensions, it would 100% be like mascara, and then a moisturizer. Ooh, what would my third one be? Mascara. Oh, chapstick, 100%, or some type of like Aquaphor, something like that. I'm literally a chapstickaholic. So if I didn't have lash extensions, mascara, moisturizer, and chapstick. I just like need to be hydrated and moisturized. I can't do without it. So if you guys want to see like makeup, that type of skincare videos, let me know down below in the comments too, and I will film that for you guys. I just need to know what you guys want to see. So yeah. Where do you like to go and travel to? Well, I always go to Florida a lot, so I love going to Florida, and cruising is like my #1 favorite way of traveling. Like literally, there's no way. My friend Connor and I were talking about this the other day. He's one of my cruise friends that came out over the summer, but we were talking about like there's just like this feeling of being in the middle of the ocean, like you can't describe it. It's literally the best thing ever. So I love cruising. But places I want to go, I want to go to Bora Bora so badly. Greece, I like want to go there so badly too. My mom and I are like, we need to go there someday. And then like Italy, Paris, London, I'm like, I want to go there, but it's not like my top. Bali, I want to go to Bali. Favorite healthy meal slash snack. I kind of just eat whatever I want. I'm not gonna lie. I'm vegetarian, so I don't eat meat and I don't eat fish, but I love any fruit if it's like a good season. If it's not a good fruit season, like right now, strawberries are not in, so they're not good. Cuties are in right now. I've been eating cuties, bananas, that kind of thing. I love like bars, like granola bars, that kind of stuff. Rice, I love like rice and quinoa, but I also love like mac and cheese and pizza. So okay, next question. Are you still planning on moving to Indiana near your boyfriend to go to college? Yes, I literally just filmed that video like a month ago, so all the info in that video is pretty accurate still. But yes, I am planning on moving near him wherever he ends up getting a scholarship or to play football. I just think it's necessary. By the time I would be moving, we would almost have been being together, is that how I say it, for 3 years. So it'll just have been like time. You can't do long distance forever. That's what I always tell people when they're like, why are you moving? You don't, like, you can't follow him. And I'm like, I'm not following him. It's just like, in order for us to be in a real relationship and like take the next steps, we have to move towards each other, because right now it's just like visiting each other every so often, and like you need to get to know somebody better than that. So, and then I always get the, what if it doesn't work out? Then it doesn't work out, and at least I know that, but hopefully it does. So yeah. What is the best part of being in a long distance relationship? I feel like this is a really good thing to talk about, because I feel like a lot of times it's just like the how do you deal with this and how do you do this, and you do need to like focus on the positive parts too. I think the best part honestly is I'm such an independent person. It gives me my space without, you know, it gives you space and a lot of time to just reflect and think about things and think through things. And yeah, so I would just say like having space, but then at the same time it's like, oh my god, can I just like come over to your house? Except I have to fly there, so yeah. But I think it definitely allows you to grow yourself and be very dependent in yourself, and I feel like that's also very important in a relationship, is to love yourself and be dependent in yourself to be able to be in the relationship, if that makes sense. I hope I worded that right. I feel like I probably didn't. Somebody, this is a kind of a funny question, but I'm gonna include it anyways. Who's your favorite Riverdale character and why? Let's see. Well, I love Veronica. She is awesome, but I also love Archie, but he's just like Archie, so yeah. I used to like Cheryl, but she's kind of gotten like creepy and weird this season with the whole Jason thing. If you watch Riverdale, you'll know what I'm talking about. But I'd say Veronica. I've always said Veronica's my favorite, so Veronica's my favorite just because she's so strong and so herself, and I love that. So Veronica's my favorite Riverdale character. Now you guys know. If you don't know, my favorite 2 TV shows are Riverdale and The Bachelor / Bachelorette. I love those 2 shows, and I got Cameron hooked on The Bachelor, so but I think that is going to be it for all the questions. I tried to answer as many as I could. There was a lot relating Cameron. There always is. I know that because you guys love to see him. Obviously I love having him in the videos. He is a little bit camera shy. I don't know if you guys can tell that. I'm sure you can, because he's just a little more reserved and quiet. He does have a naturally shy personality, but I kind of have to make him film videos with me because I know you guys want to see them, but let him know you guys love him, because maybe it'll make him want to film more videos. Yeah, that's going to be all the questions for today's video. If you have any comments, make sure you leave them down below for me, and any video requests, again, leave them down below. Like I said, I'm not going to be with Cameron for a couple months until he comes to visit. He actually just had surgery, so he's recovering from a shoulder surgery that he had to get. So send him good thoughts and vibes during his recovery process. But I'm going to end off the video here. If you guys are new, make sure you definitely subscribe down below, like I said, so you don't miss out on any of my videos. Check out all my other videos too if you want to see those and get some more backstory on maybe some of the things I talked about. Again, I will link down below my other Q&As too if I remember. If I don't, get on me in the comments and I will do it. I did that in one of the drive with me's. I like forgot to link the playlist and some girl was like, oh my god, can you send me the playlist? And I was like, oh my god, I forgot to link it. If you guys want to follow me on Instagram, make sure you definitely do, because that's where I include you guys in a lot of things and you get a lot of updates and all that type of thing. So I think that's going to be it, and I will see you guys in my next Vlogmas video. Bye guys.